Hello and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Fox journalist hints to investigate Federal Reserve XRP $30,000 buyback proposal. Why? Okay guys, you all know me at this point. You know I'm all about the honesty. You know I'm all about the reality. As soon as I see this, the first question that I just have to ask is, why? I really don't understand it, if I'll be completely honest, because this was something that was proposed by Jimmy Vallee, right? And so this was just basically his opinion of a potential scenario. So I'm not sure if it's a thing where she wants to see if there's any kind of credibility to it or something like that. Now, for you guys who don't know, there was a huge thing when this actually came out, and pretty much he got laughed at. And even David Schwartz looked at it and he actually said it sounds like a scam. So even David Schwartz said this sounds like a scam. Because with the buyback proposal, what was basically said was, to be involved in the buyback proposal, you had to give Jimmy Vallee's company your XRP. They had to be the people who controlled your XRP to do the proposal on your behalf. Now, there was actually something in the small print that said, if they were to lose your XRP or something was to go wrong with the proposal, they can't actually be held liable. So they're basically saying that they can take your XRP, and if anything happens, you can't sue them or anything like that. They will not be held in any way, shape or form liable for any kind of damage. So that just screams a red flag. It just screams a scam, to be completely honest. So when I look at this and I hear this in regards to investigating, I mean, maybe she's looking at it as a scam herself. Maybe she wants to do a deep dive so she can do a whole article in regards to Jimmy Vallee potentially trying to scam people. I don't know. But if we're trying to give this like credibility, my thing is this, like, let's just take away the credibility factor. This is just one person's opinion. Like, Jimmy Vallee has no control over XRP. He has no kind of sit-in within the government or the Federal Reserve or anything like that. So what, like, if I turn around now and say, hey, the government are going to try and take your XRP, blah, blah. Well, that's just me spouting an opinion, right? Doesn't mean that it's going to happen. Doesn't mean that there's any kind of credibility to it. I'm just talking about a potential scenario. What actually gives this any kind of weight? So to me, what is there to really investigate other than someone's personal opinion of a very unrealistic scenario? That's all there is to it. This is just someone who's given this really unrealistic opinion and then basically said, yeah, give me your XRP and I'll be the guy who actually helps you be protected if there is a buyback proposal, you know, which basically sounds like a scam, to be completely honest. So I'm just a bit surprised in regards to why she would want to even do this. I mean, maybe this is just one of those empty promises, like she's thinking about doing it, she's not got a heart set on it, or she's just saying it to appease people. I don't really know. But yeah, this got buried a long time ago. You know, this came out, pretty much got mocked, and then that was the end of it because everybody pretty much saw it for really what it was, like, and that didn't really seem very credible. Which, you know, I have to agree, like, when I read it and stuff, I didn't read the whole thing, but, you know, there was a lot of red flags in there to me, and the whole thing for me is just that it just didn't sound realistic anyway. You know, like, why is this company going to be able to help you in dealing with the government anyway? Like, what position are they in to have conversations with the government? Who's to say that the government are going to acknowledge this firm over anyone else? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, they had no kind of credibility to even be able to say that they could have any kind of conversation with the government. The government don't even have to acknowledge them. Like, even when they did this proposal, they was basically trying to say what the fair value market of XRP is. And it's like, who are you guys to say what the fair market value is of XRP anyway? Like, you can do all this analysis, but that's no different than a chart analysis giving a price prediction. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, doesn't mean it's accurate. So the whole thing of it was just really weird. And to me, I don't really think it warrants an investigation because it was nothing more than a speculative, wild opinion. So this is really random to me, but I'll get into the article and then we can discuss it a little bit further. Now, I'm going to go straight to the point here because there's other points that she's discussing which are not really relevant to this story. She's talking about things that she wants to cover, and one of the things is ETHgate, which I've did a video about this. Steven Neroff, who was previously a worker for Ethereum, he was a developer, I think, and he's had a huge controversial story, and he wants to basically tell his story about Ethereum because he said that it was shady, that kind of thing. So that was one of the stories that she said she wants to cover. But let's just get to the point, because then we can discuss the main thing of this article. Probe on the XRP 30k buyback proposal. However, Territ went further to mention that her list also contains the proposal suggesting that the US Federal Reserve could buy back XRP at $30,000 per token. Interestingly, this proposal was presented by Jimmy Vallee in 2021. Vallee had argued that XRP could become the global reserve currency amid the growing national debt. The theory suggests that the asset could displace the existing financial system, prompting a buyback by major financial institutions in government, such as the Federal Reserve. According to the proposal, these instructions could buy back XRP from retail hands at a minimum rate of $37,500 per token. The theory also placed a maximum XRP rate of $50,000. Most XRP community members dismissed the proposal as wishful thinking. Notably, Ripple CTO David Schwartz emphasized last February that from all indications, the buyback proposal looks like a scam. In addition, pro-XRP crypto lawyer John Deaton distanced himself from the proposal, which also aimed to present some compensation for his efforts in the Ripple vs SEC lawsuit. Following the negative reactions to the theory, the proposal died a natural death. However, Territ's recent comments have brought it back to the limelight. XRP community figure Eri, who opposed the theory then, gave Territ the green light to investigate the proposal, revealing her anticipation. However, the seriousness of the Fox journalist's recent statements is yet to be determined, leaving uncertainty as to whether they reflect a genuine perspective or merely constitute a clapback to ongoing calls and criticism. Okay, so yeah, as you saw, even David Schwartz said it sounds like a scam. Now, I can't say 100% it is a scam, so I'm not going to say that, but it didn't sound good. Like, when they're basically saying that they need to control your crypto, and they're then writing into their small print that they won't be held liable if anything goes wrong, that is a huge red flag, because they're just absolving themselves from any kind of liability. So of course that sounds crazy. So I don't think it sounded good to me, to be honest, and even just the idea of this whole buyback theory, it just really wasn't plausible, to be completely honest. It was really wild. And, you know, they was doing this like fair market valuation, and there was theories in there where it was going to go up to like $500,000 a coin, and it's just like, come on guys, like, let's try and be a bit more realistic here. I mean, it's one thing when you're talking about like $10,000 and $30,000, but $500,000 as well, like, geez, like, it was too much. It was just too much. And so you've got Crypto Eri here, who's now saying, you know, go ahead, she'd like to see, you know, the result of the investigation. I don't think she's saying that in a good way. I think what she's saying is she wants her to do the deep dive to see what comes out of it in a negative light, because Crypto Eri didn't agree with it before. So I think she's more like, yeah, do some digging, go and do some investigation on Jimmy Vallee and the company, etc. See what you find. I think it's more that what she's saying, rather than, oh yeah, I think this is now genuine and I want to see what you think of it. I don't think it's that personally at all. I think she's interested to see what comes out of the investigation, personally. So yeah, in regards to this, will the investigation happen? I mean, who knows? Like, as it said earlier, is this actually her genuinely wanting to do this, or is this just something where a lot of people have been getting on her case, so she just wants to appease people by just trying to keep them quiet for a bit? I really don't know. Do I think there's any point in investigating this? No, not really. I don't really get what you can investigate, to be honest, in regards to someone's opinion. What is there to investigate on that? You know what I mean? There's been no types of talk in regards to the government wanting to buy back XRP or anything like that. There's nothing to this other than just wild speculation. So I don't really see the point of it personally, but you know, who knows? Maybe this is something where doing the deep digging on the company, it could actually bring out some shady things about the company or something like that. So maybe it might be worth doing in that sense. But a lot of people, you know, as it said in the article, they didn't take this seriously from the get-go. They saw all the red flags and they just laughed it off. So it's not like this is really something that gained much traction. Like, it was pretty much dead in the water. This has only just got a bit of more life from it because of Eleanor Turret basically discussing it now, because no one was really discussing this before. You know, this was a done deal and it was over with. So yeah, to me, I think it's pointless. But yeah, if you want to do the investigation and you've got the time to do it, you know, knock yourself out. But what do you guys think? The XRP $30,000 buyback proposal being investigated. Do you like the sound of this? Do you think the investigation should be done? Was you someone who was actually interested in the buyback proposal when it was first announced? Or do you not agree with this? Do you not think the buyback proposal should be investigated? And if not, why not? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'll be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.